I'm just wondering whether we should actually establish a sort of task and finish group to look specifically in detail at all aspects. It might just be we want to look at the press protocol now. It might also be we want to make some recommendations with regard to the points that were made so eloquently before with regard to publication of agenda in terms of what's going on. I mean, I'm in your hands, members, whether you want to set up a task and finish group, which might seem an obvious way to do it. We might actually want to do both tonight. One is task and finish group, but also to make recommendations that hard copy agenda do be provided. Yes. But I mean, I for one would happily forego an awful lot of waste paper that comes through my letterbox, which I'll happily take it electronically, if it means that members of the press can actually receive hard copies which they can use much more effectively than I can.
Yeah, can I add also that members of our group have had to fight to have hard copies sometimes of executive papers. And, you know, I understand that we don't want more trees chopped down for the sake of it, but I think if a member requests, it shouldn't, it's not up to an officer to say no, or it's for a member to have the right to request it, and we wouldn't want the press to have them to.
Mr. Norman.
So what was the end of the question?
It wasn't a question, it was just a statement.
Oh, we were finishing. Yes, my final point, Chairman, is still on agendas. An awful lot of time is spent in preparing agendas. Members will be well familiar with the fact that the Part 2 reports, a lot of the material contained in them is in fact Part 1. Now I do commend the practice that if you have an agenda with Part 2 items, there should be as full as possible Part 1 summary of it. You've got to write that anyway for the Part 1 minute, so why not include it in the agenda? Because there again, you're helping the media.
But of course we wouldn't be writing the minutes before the meeting. But I do take the point. So members, what would you like to see us do in relation to this?
Should I formally move your suggestion that agendas are sent to the press as of tomorrow, and a task and finish group is put in place to look at the media protocol?
Let's do the task and finish group first. Members, are you unanimous on that? I presume you probably are. Yes, we are. Who would like to serve on it? Councillor Hall, Councillor Johnson? I think we certainly need representatives from the opposition parties as well. There's no point in just certainly. So we've got Councillors Holt, Byron, Johnson, Councillor Merritt. Do you want to do it, Charlie?
Not really, no. I'd like to just be sitting there and criticising when you've done it. I don't want to be a part of something that might not agree in the end and get outvoted.
Go ahead, political Charlie. There's no such thing as parties. It's
Chair, can we at least allow the press to put in a request for the agendas they want from today?
Yes. I'm just wondering about that one. There's obviously a question of cost associated with it. There's also a question of reasonableness in the sense of, do they want every single agenda or other?
No, that's what I mean, they won't.
No, indeed, but I'm just wondering, because whilst our two colleagues here tonight
I think, Chair, it should be agendas that are required.
Whilst our colleagues tonight might be eminently reasonable, there might be other members of the press and freelancers who may not be so reasonable and expect to receive pan-technical papers per week. I mean, do we feel we know enough to be able to make a recommendation now, or should we put that to the task and finish group as well?
Well, that would take some time, couldn't it? And we are sort of, again, trying to engage with the public. If we're missing opportunities, I mean, this meeting would be of interest, I would have thought, to the public.
So, let me just say this, please. I mean, this is a new authority, obviously, and prior to that, there were at least 4 other local authorities who each had a different way of doing it. So I would ask the question, who made the decision in the first place that we weren't going to have agendas? Because we had agendas from the City Council, we had agendas from Ellesmere Butler's Borough, very well as far as I'm aware, the county less so. So it's something that we would receive, as long as I've worked, as a matter of routine each and every week. And somebody somewhere has taken a decision to say no. Who is that person?
Is the answer then that we actually make a recommendation to the leader, because I understand communications lies under his purview, that with immediate effect, all requests for hard copy agenda by the press be treated sympathetically? I don't think we can say more than that. But in the meantime, I think it is something that we let the task and finish group look at as well.